Grand 7, and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3, where we continue the eternal war against the Italians and the Americans. And I have had some thoughts about how we might cover the rest of the war, but I'm going to hold on to them and come back to them at the end of the episode. First thing I do want to have a quick look at, though, is just an update on our officer corps. So we've had one addition. We've got Topo Grigio, who has joined us and has taken control of one of our light cruisers. I've also moved around, Venta Baja and Ultimo Recurso, who were in charge of some destroyer divisions, which didn't have any ships in them at this point. I've also given them control of our new light cruisers as well. And Balsamus has retained overall control of the cruiser division, and that's now been populated with the 4 new light cruisers, because all the ones that were in it have since been sunk. I must admit, unfortunately, Puerto Negro has had a demotion. That's just like took my notes wrong when I was twiddling with things, and so he was actually demoted from Captain de Navio to Captain de Fragata, and has been given control of Navarra instead of one of the old pre-dreadnoughts. But yeah, which is fine, and doesn't bother me enough to fix it. These things happen. Yeah, and of course we have had a couple more deaths in this war. So we've lost Marquez Charlotta and Dinez have both been killed. Oh, actually, and Inventarado have all died in the course of this grievous war, but they will be reborn when we get into the next one. But no rebirth during war. I think that's a fair way of going at it. Okay, and that's kind of where we are. We've got our awesome new battle cruisers many months away, and we've got a whole bunch of destroyers not so many months away, which might be about the only thing that's going to make a difference on this war. We will obviously take this raid on coastal installations. That's a nice thing to see. Almost 1,000 VPs, keeping us in the front. And allows us to, we could, for example, decline this, and we'd come out essentially a tie. But as ever, I'm going to accept these and essentially just turn around and sail into port. And in fact, night is coming. This is going to be an absolute dead rower. So I will immediately put a cut in here, and only if something happens will I come back and tell you about it. Okay, there we go. And we did actually spawn essentially on top of each other, and we took a very minor scuffing to our new light cruisers. But yeah, we didn't do any kamikaze moves. I struck the gun, turned tail, ran. I'm expecting Italy to win, indeed they are, just from the damage of our light cruisers. But otherwise, pretty much a non-event. Yeah, 50 VPs, not a problem. So as far as the return goes, coming out ahead, that's positive. Unrest is still at 5, though. We do have to watch this. Although we haven't lost that many merchants, to be perfectly honest. Which is fine. Really, I think we're buying time until the destroyers get knocked out, and that'll put us in a much stronger position to actually do some more attempt to sink some of the Italian heavy ships and perhaps change the balance a little bit, because at the minute it's a very dull balance. The Ranger, I think we've seen that before. Again, good looking ship. Damage control, projectiles, I like all this. All or nothing armor layout. Oh, nice. Galicia doing God's work there, thwarting a couple of heavy cruisers. Rest stays at 5. Again, still no invasion out in Southeast Asia from the US. They have got a couple of cruisers out here, but that's about it. They still have a bunch of ships in the ocean, which are just going to give more and more issues with internment, etc. if they hang out there. That seems to be doing the biggest impact we're having on the American fleet at the minute, is internment in neutral ports for the lack of fuel. Yeah, otherwise there's not much to be done, so let's keep going on. A small engagement. I don't have any ships here. So I'm going to auto decline. It's going to be more or less than 416. Slightly more. Frustrating. The last army offense has been a complete success. Oh, sweet. I'll take those 1,500 victory points. Thank you very much. And here we go. Yet another American ship interned in port. Beautiful. And destroyer as well. The enemy has sent out feelers to neutral nations about a negotiated peace. I've been talking about peace for episodes now. Without border changes or reparation. I wouldn't mind a little something from this war, you know? Ideally, what I'd like is to make a separate piece of America and say, hey, just bow out, and then I can concentrate on doing what we have been doing against the Italians. Now, my only fear was with those American ships in the west coast of Africa, if they're coming into the Med or not. I don't want to lose prestige. We'll go middle of the road. I wouldn't mind if we get a white piece here. No, okay. Some setbacks and some advances. Notes of our scientists look exactly the same, whether we're going backwards or forwards. I don't care about that. That's fine. These are all okay, small numbers, so it shouldn't really make a difference. So I'm not yet where I feel like I need to beg for peace. Although perhaps we'll end up there at some point. We're not there. We're not there yet. My pride won't allow it. How are we doing with doctrines, gunnery, and torpedo warfare? Which is fine. We're what, 3 months away? 3 months away. Okay, and then we could try a couple of things because those new destroyers are good. Okay. Oh, Unrest up 6. That is one we'll have to watch. As that approaches 10, you do end up with the danger of collapse. And the US has now brought a battleship and a heavy cruiser into the Mediterranean. So something else for us to go up against. And they've got a big fleet out in Southeast Asia. So we may lose Hainan, which was always a fear. Small engagement. Well, this is very silly. I don't have any ships here. What? Oh, it's going to be a corvette, isn't it? Yep. Okay, let's see if we can run home. I suspect not. We will most likely be sunk here as we make a run for Ponce. Run! What's we up against? Lots of things. Light cruiser and destroyer, more than enough to take me on. We got hit by a torpedo? Really? Okay. Americans picking on our poor little ships. Okay, no problem. That's not the button I wanted. What do we lose at 370 VP? That seems a bit excessive, but fine. Working on triple torpedoes, okay. There we go. See, this is maybe why I should have begged for peace in that last one. America takes Hainan, as expected. Oh, and actually we're down on foreign station tonnages now because we lost those corvettes. Annoying. Annoying. So I need to send one of you. In fact, where must we be short in West Africa and in somewhere else? Oh, I get told a shortcut for this. Here we go. The area view, foreign station requirements, and our current tonnage. So we're short in 4,000 in the Caribbean. It's just those two corvettes. Let's go to our ships in service. Grab these two guys from Northern Europe and let's move them over to the Caribbean on active fleet. Well, maybe we should put these all on trade protection. And I'm not sure they'll get pulled into actual fights. Alright, we'll have one turn where we're not on enough. I don't want to send any cruisers doing random things. So I will just take the minor hit. Okay, I'm just going to decline this one. Where's all the stuff in the med? Okay, here's 8 destroyers. Love it. Thwart. A little bit of raiding from America. Okay. Okay, foreign stations are now sorted. And now we have a lovely new, well, not all of them. Let's move you guys to the Caribbean. In fact, do I want to let you finish working up? I will do. Don't worry about that. I really don't want to fight this. It's a terrible location for us. I'm going to give up the VPs and we'll try and work them back here. Oh, hello. This one I could do. This looks like we're up against just the Americans here. Yeah, indeed we were. But they're not so foolish. Okay, sinking an enemy sub. I'll take that. Unrest is still good. We've got 2 more DDs to get knocked out, so we'll let them come. Again, I can't fight that. We'll fight this one. Now, I suspect this is going to be a heavy cruiser that we want to run away from. Given that all the ones we've thwarted thus far have been heavy cruisers. Now, Galicia, you presumably, I think, have just got 2, surface torpedoes. Oh, she's running. Let's go max -2 till we get a view of what you are. We're seeing just a light cruiser. Oh, a Giovanni Bosin class. 5,600 tons with a plethora of 5-inch guns. And remind me, Galicia, what have you got? A large number of 6-inch guns. Same kind of size, 2-inch belt. And 20 knots. 1-inch belt. 29 knots. Well, this is only going to go one way. Let's help the squad max. Hope for a lucky shot. Damages her engines before she gets up to full speed. Hey! We have a few more of those before she gets away. Alright, I think this is going to be a complete non-event. Oh, why would you turn into me like that? Yeah. Hit the conning tower. Oh no, our conning tower got hit. Okay, we've hit her again. She returns fire. Not too much happening, but as long as she's willing to stick around in this fight, it's one I think we should win. We've got the heavier armament, we've got the heavier armor. Yeah, and then she gives up and runs north. As expected. Alright, let's just cut to east. We'll call this one a bit of a non-event. Okie dokie. We get the nominal victory from doing ever so slightly much more damage. But really that was a bit of a nothing. Okay, here are our destroyers. Okay, good improvements all around. Yeah, the US Army wins, which is fine. Oh, come on. Feel aggrieved. Oh, there goes up. I mean, these pre-drops aren't really worth anything, but it's not the point. That is not the point. This is the game punishing me for not taking the piece when it was on offer. Right. It doesn't help that obviously all these guys with their ASW are not currently in the Mediterranean, and therefore these fleets with very limited ASW are, to be fair, a little bit exposed. So let's move you guys all down to the Med. And let's put you into our destroyer division, which I deleted, didn't exist. I want probably 2 divisions of 4, please. Create 2 of those, and we'll add 4 destroyers. Actually, we need 5 destroyers in each of them, I suppose. How do you stack up against our currents? Yeah, okay, we'll have 1 slightly slower division, I suppose. I would like to add ships to this division, so let's take top. How many of these did I build? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I built 2 of these. Alright, we'll just take 6 in each. Perfect. I would like to add ships division. Okay. And really, actually I don't need. I was going to potentially assign them against our main battle line, but it should be okay. Good. This should help our engagements. Yeah, that's okay. Fleet battle. We have our destroyers. They don't seem to have any light forces, apart from some cruisers. Chunky amount of heavy ships, though. My only concern here is that it's very early in our destroyer's career to throw them in. Yeah, we have got them. And that they are so rusty, they may not utilize their torpedoes in the fashion that we would like. You need to get that crew training up before you can really reliably expect them to kind of go for it. So, I mean, this is going to be the full fleet again, as ever. So we are going to work our way north, I believe. I'm going to keep my destroyers kicking about on hand. Yep, squad -2. Let's get everyone else up to squad -2. Actually, that's really... That's okay, actually, I'll keep you at speed. Let's get you out of your search line. Or your screen line, I should say. Line ahead's fine and dandy. You guys max -2, and we'll start pushing you north as well. Oh, and we got till dark. 5 hours, okay. Let's start by just seeing if we can't pull them towards us. As ever, it'll be the mix of the Italias, their pre-dreadnoughts, and then the Vittorio Emanuels will be lurking somewhere else. Also, you guys just go squad max. I have no use for you other than the fact I need to have a certain number of heavy ships in my navy. Okay, that's the crowd of them. That's fine. Just kind of keeping an eye on them as we head towards the corner of Big One, Mallorca. I believe so. That's probably your BCs. Although that's not going particularly quickly. I'd probably see these are the Italians up front. That'll be the pre-dreadnoughts. I don't know where the BCs are just yet. Right, let's not sail too close. You guys go due north. That might be the BCs there. Now, I don't know what this is, but I find it interesting. A large ship lurking. It's on its own, but I'm not sure it's enough on its own. Right, let's just pull away. Yeah, that's going to be our battle cruisers. Let's pull in towards the coast. Maybe you can cruise a little bit closer to this thing, find out what it is. We are claiming that's a battleship. Okay. They are starting to launch large shells at our heavy cruisers. Let's just go squad max here. And let's see if we can't get them to chase us north a little bit. You guys need to get out of the firing line. We have got some destroyers we can use to shield ourselves if need be. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we... Ah, it's the American operating on his own. The Florida class here. Yeah, that looks pretty dangerous. 8-gun, 12-inch broadside, 9-inch belt, 22 knots. That's a reasonable looking battle cruiser. A battleship even. You coming for me, Florida? I will happily throw some destroyers at you because I think you're... I was going to say potentially vulnerable. That turn changes my mind. And then you run south. Okay, that's all very sensible from you. You've turned back. You guys are fighting the Florida, which is okay. You guys are toying with the battlecruisers. Or being toyed with by the battlecruisers. Maybe a more accurate way of portraying that particular engagement. I do have to watch you guys don't get caught out, so actually let's pull north. Otherwise you're going to come up against the full Italian battle line and find yourselves outgunned and outnumbered and all sorts of unpleasant words beginning with out. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Wait. Come back. Make some smoke. Now we're still quite far from darkness. 2.5 hours. Do I want to try a torpedo run here? Do I have enough forces to actually back it up? I don't just lose 4 destroyers, stick a torpedo in a battleship that then sails away and recovers. I may not have a choice if I want to continue to protect my pocket battleships here. Okay, let's go due north, and then we're going to do a turn together. Oh, I'm not squad max. Why am I not squad max? Yeah, I think I'm going to lose one of them here. Yeah, let's just pull away. The Mallorca, let's just say no for just now, but please do hang around the bay. Yeah, I think that's one of the new ones dead already for really no gain. Which is slightly disappointing. Well, I mean, okay, it's my fault for not registering that they weren't on Quad Max there. That would have helped them out. Let's get you guys going. Yeah, we could try something here. We could definitely try something against these battle cruisers. We have a lot of ships nearby to hopefully apply some gunnery damage. And then we also have a number of destroyers. Okay, let's come out and play. Immediately we're hitting fire starts. Yeah, it seems about par for the course. Yeah, I think they're just going to run east. Okay, we did land a hit on the Italia class, just to remind them we aren't going down with a fight. This is a very, it's a one-sided engagement. I think 3 Italians will definitely take on our 3 Madrid classes here. Right, are you guys actually getting up to speed? We are. This guy just is dead, so that's fine. We okay, hit by a torpedo. It's slightly embarrassing. You guys actually might be in position to, let's go squad max on you, launch some torpedoes if you're a bit more careful. I'm going to do a little bit of a wiggle here because their destroyers are also in that kind of similar range. No, I don't want anyone to go into port just yet. And you're going to turn and run away. Nope. Yeah, okay. What do I think? an hour. I think they are just going to sail east. And that the battle is going to peter out. I'm not used to being unable to get a small amount of superiority in battles. Oh, hello. That's a lot of supporting forces coming, actually. So I was tempted to grab my destroyers there, and we could potentially try and push along this coast. But actually, I think we're just gonna go for it. This is not giving us an advantageous situation. Let's head in. Yeah, let's start getting people to dock. And we lose one destroyer for no real outcome. That was disappointing. But they don't really get much victory points from it. Ooh, demonstrations in Spain, gotta watch that. But also in Italy. Interesting. Okay, and the war continues to go. Oh, thank you, private shipbuilding. Okay, damage to our ship, that's fine. And lots of thwarting from Iglesia, good job. Oh, we're up to 7 now. Okay, we are certainly in danger zone. I think if push comes to shove, we now have to indeed beg for peace if it comes. One other thing I'm going to do though is let's lay down another 12 destroyers. Which we should have enough money for. Get them rocking and rolling just in case things continue. No, I don't want to fight that. Convoy attack. Sure, this may be okay. Okay, we've got Navarra, we've got a bunch of destroyers. It is nighttime, just about dawn. Apparently we are getting to... oh, we've got a load of light cruisers actually. Ambush them. What does an ambush look like? Not finding anything apparently is what an ambush looks like. Okay. Nope. So my thought here is they may have a battle cruiser somewhere. This may well be the convoy. Yeah, looks like it. Launching torpedoes, that's absolutely fine. These are all just transports. Right, we are in amongst it, so we should be able to get in here and get a mission victory. Our light cruisers, let's get you into your proper formation. Yeah, it's fine. We're just going to torpedo a lot of transports right now. Yeah, they're probably going a little bit over the top. That's okay. Well, let's make sure we don't eat a torpedo from our light cruisers here. Right, there's an Ancona class we are going to have to deal with. Which I think is going to be by torpedoes if we can get away with it. Or maybe just through gunnery. 3 more hits off 6-inch shells. Because you're one of the older ones, aren't you? Yeah, you're only 8,700 tons. Good belt on you. Reasonable guns, but we have a lot of weight. And oh, we have some friends supporting us. Which is nice to see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits there on the... 6 hits on the Ancona there. So she's in a pretty bad way. Another 4. Another 3. Torpedoes out. She's going to go. I can't believe we didn't hit with either of those. I was so confident I didn't even zoom in. Really? She have just avoided all our torpedoes? That is wild. Right, I would like to kill her off. Oh, there's torpedoes flying absolutely everywhere. Well, everywhere except into the Ancona. Her captain should get an award for navigation here. Or right, let's make sure we keep an eye on where the transport colony goes, convoy goes, so we can chase after it. Okay, still not seeing any hits come in. Oh, there's one there from Ancona, so... As ever, speaking it happens. Okay, torpedo out there from Navarra. Another dodge. Damage is looking okay, no real flooding. We're still landing hits on the Ancona. Hey, one torpedo, good, right. And another one, two, okay, good. She is now dead. Let's go mop up the convoy. Oh. I suspect we just hit ourselves with a torpedo, which is fairly disappointing. Damage 28, flooding. I suspect you're dead, but we'll try and save you. Yeah, you've already broken off. Alright. Let us go. Non-AI control. We'll click OK and we'll drop your speed down to like 6 knots. Just on the off chance you manage to survive. Otherwise, that is a good day's hunting for the Spanish Navy. Get you guys to slow down as well. There's no need for you to be going so fast. Oh, that one was definitely an attack. I like cruisers can take some revenge here. I mean, that should be enough to go home. Yep, we will get survivors, and Italy has no ships left at sea. Excellent, so we did lose a destroyer, unfortunate, but heavy cruiser, 8 destroyers, 12 transports, and a corvette. That is a good day. Alright. Happy at that. I mean, 2,500 VPs feels a little bit excessive for one heavy cruiser, but I will take it. We need all the little edge we can get at the minute. It's a very close run thing. Oh, another Shuas ship has been interned. You love to see it. Austrians, that's fairly reasonable armour, but otherwise nothing particularly of note. Director firing. Now, we knew the British had this months ago, but that's really good to see. And one will have to look to work into our ships at some point. That's pretty positive. Okay, how are we doing? Ships in service. There's a few in getting repairs, but not really. And we've still got a reasonable number of destroyers, although I suspect they will attrit fairly quickly. Convoy attack. And we just had a very successful convoy attack. Would I like to do it again? It's near Malta, but that's fine for convoy attacks. I suspect we'll have another cruiser force. The question is, are they going to have their battle cruisers, or will they just have heavy cruisers? I'm going to accept this one. Oh, our old destroyers can't take part. What have we got? 2 heavy cruisers, a bunch of destroyers. Okay. Let's see what they've got. Oh, and 1 light cruiser. Oh, 3 light cruisers, sorry. Let's get your speed up, max -2. Get you guys up to 20. See what we are up against. I have a bad feeling one of these BCs is going to rock up at some point and pose a fairly difficult challenge for us. . . These guys are fine to watch as we get within torpedo range. Let's get you gentlemen to battle formation. Not that I know where the convoy is yet. Is a little bit disconcerting, actually. I'm gonna have you go south a little bit. I'm gonna have you run, I don't know, maybe more to north. I need to find convoy. Go max -2. Start covering the ground a little bit. Or the sea, I suppose I should say. Because we could end up losing this just through not finding the enemy ships. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Found you. Okay, what does your escort look like? We can see destroyer, destroyer, 2 destroyers, light, no, more destroyers. Make sure we don't eat a torpedo. This is very aggressive maneuvers here from these destroyers. Because we're leading some particularly interesting maneuvers from my light cruisers there. You guys just head for the main body of the convoy. And we will just pick away at these escorts. Good. Let's see another 4, I think, of destroyers. Yeah, we'll just make sure we're maneuvering aggressively. Just to minimize any torpedoes. So keeping out in front of them also is going to make their lives difficult to hit. You guys can just start to pick off the transports from afar. And this is kind of, I think, just shooting fish in a barrel, unless something big and scary shows up. So I'll tell you what, I don't think this is going to be particularly interesting to watch as I circle a transport and destroy it, so I'm just going to jump way to the end. Okay, so darkness came, so I didn't quite get them all. In fact, I only got about half the destroyers. So we got fortunate there. But we did the mission, sunk the transports, another nice victory for us. Wow, that seems an excessively large amount of VPs for a few destroyers and transports, but I will take it. This is good. More disturbances in Italy. We've been widespread demonstrations demanding peace and bread. Prestige goes up. Wow, sign of enemy government for negotiated peace, lose prestige, or divert resources. Let's divert some resources. I think we can afford it. Bit of social reforms. Okay, that's fine. We need some subs. We'll work on that. Airships, cool. Maybe after this round of destroyers, we'll build some submarines. Okay, that did lower on our unrest, which is good. We have to keep. Hopefully, ours keeps low while theirs increases. If Italy collapses, that would be well, it'd be a beautiful thing indeed. I mean, I'd happily sign a white peace with the US, even though they did take Hainan from us. Oh, I think one more battleship engagement. Sure. Is it going to be of note? Where's darkness? 2 hours 25. Maybe this is going to be of note. Maybe this is the time we try some of our shenanigans. Okay, you guys, I want you to go straight into line ahead. They're going to be pretty much here. You gentlemen are nothing but a liability, so please sail into Barcelona. You guys can stick around a little bit closer, and you've got the Mallorca there for company. Good. Is this a slightly smaller battleship engagement? I suppose not. We just don't quite have as many of our supporting forces. Okay. Oh. Perhaps the Italians decided they don't want to tussle at all. Yeah, you guys can disappear. Okay, this is an absolute non-event. Okay, it does have 1,000 time on it, so I'll sail around out here, but I won't make you guys watch. Yeah, we didn't bump into them at all, unfortunately. This was a real, actual opportunity to do something, which is... I'm kicking myself a little bit. Show me... no, not that. Show me this. They were just hanging about here, actually. I should have just kept going in that same direction. Oh! Oh, this was an opportunity and a half. Ugh. Yeah, I'm upset. That was a good chance to make a difference. China. No, I'll spend a little bit of prestige. That's not a problem. Kill a submarine. We're losing a few more merchants now. Mainly to Raiders in the Med, where we do have some trade protection, so that's a little bit disappointing. Unrest hasn't gone up though, which is good. Still building our destroyers. It's only a year and a half. We're halfway through our battleship design. This war is... I've never had a war going quite so long. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. I'll say, okay, usually these are cruiser-based battles. Oh, thank you, Italy. Sure, this is going to be a non-event again. Because this is an old light cruiser, and their light cruisers are much faster. Hello. You're probably going to run away from me. Oh. Or come and try and kill me. Vesuvio class. 9,000 tons, 4-inch bell, 8-inch guns. Yeah, you're more of my light cruiser wants to deal with. Tours. Okay. Oh, we may have to do something reckless here if we want to survive. Oh, that was more time than I wanted, and then we're going to turn away. See ya. Are we getting towards dusk? We're getting there. I think we're going to do one more kind of turn and charge towards. Well, maybe not. Here comes dusk now. We're going to wait a little bit for proper dusk. It's almost upon us. We're going to do cut towards just in case we bump into them. Nah. Okay. That will be all she wrote. Okay, that's fine. Good. Come on, collapse Italy. Come on. Oh, this is painful. So every time I say, "Oh, let's do peace," and then like they offer me peace, and I'm like, "Well, maybe not. Maybe we don't want peace yet." Because Italy feels like they're about to collapse, which would be beautiful. No, I'm going to be bellicose here. I think they're on the edge of complete collapse. Shipborne aircraft, nice. We're going to have a lot of catching up to do, I think, when we're done here. Yeah, America's causing us a few problems. That's for sure. But once Italy goes, I'll white peace America in a heartbeat. Yes, I'd love Hainan back, but I feel they're on the edge here. Maybe it's probably just pure greed at this stage. But I think we can knock them out. Especially now we're getting our light forces back. We've got more on the way. You know, well, wee bits away. Oh, right, okay, that reminds me. In terms of, because we're at the end of this episode, progress for the future, I have a plan, because I feel like a lot of these battles are kind of non-events. Okay, we had a nice little convoy raid there where we sunk a heavy cruiser, but a lot of these battleship engagements, they take, 5-10 minutes of episode time, and all it is we're kind of tactically retreating and not getting ourselves into too much trouble. So, and I've been trying to cut away bits and pieces of them, but I thought maybe I'll take a slightly more aggressive approach, and so I could, provided nothing happens, actually play offline maybe 3 or 4 months. I can always record bits and pieces and maybe kind of jump back in if something particular notes, but be a bit more aggressive in terms of things I'm skipping. Because it feels very stalematey at the minute. We get occasional moments of ability to shine, but apart from that, there's not a lot happening. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, whether you like the way it currently goes in the pace, or if you're keen to kind of, skip a bit and let's get to the end. I'll stick a poll out on YouTube's as well and on Discord to see canvas people's thoughts. Just because I feel the last few episodes are getting a little bit samey with not too much happening. But difficult because you never know when that big event's going to be. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And as ever, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio!